Could the Yankees spend the money and go get shortstop Bo Bichette? According to Jim Bowden, he believes they can. And he thinks that Bo Bichette would be a really good fit for the Yankees. You guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Now, Bo Bichette is one of the better offensive shortstops in Major League Baseball. This past year for the Blue Jays, hit .311, 18 homers, 94 RBI with the .840 OPS. Now, 2024, he was injured, played in 81 games, did not have a good year. But if you take that year out, every other season for Toronto, 2021, 22, 23, were all MVP years. He finished in like the top 16 every season for the American League MVP. Excellent player. Excellent offensive player. Now, defense is where it falls off for Bo. Had negative 13 outs above average this season. So you're basically buying his bat. Now, Bo played shortstop for the Blue Jays. You could put him at second. I'm sure he could play third base too. Maybe not a great third base, maybe not a great second base, but you could put him there. Now, the Yankees have had Anthony Volpe over at shortstop for the past 3 years. And Anthony Volpe has been just the same player. It doesn't really seem, to me anyway, he's improved much at all. And Anthony Volpe hit .212 this season, 19 homers, 72 RBI, which is a career high, with the .663 OPS. And his on-base percentage, by the way, .272. That's 11 points below his career average. Anthony Volpe, only 24 years old, so there is that, but he will start the season on the IL, and he will, in fact, probably spend the first couple of weeks in AAA after his IL stint because of, he's going to have to rehab. So if you're signing Bo Bichette, you're basically saying that the Anthony Volpe experiment is kind of done. Now, Anthony Volpe, his thing is in the major leagues, not throughout his professional career in the minors, but in the major leagues, his thing is, all right, his glove saves him. His glove gives him a job here in the majors. He won a Gold Glove in his first year. His second year had another solid defensive season. This past year, though, was not very good defensively. And I'm going to ask you this. If you're going to have Anthony Volpe not play well defensively like he did this past year and not hit, is Bo Bichette, because he's going to hit. Bo Bichette's been hitting ever since he's been up here at the major league level. Is Bo Bichette worth that kind of money? Because Bo Bichette's going to cost you a lot. Bo Bichette may cost you, I don't know, he'll be 28 years old by opening day. Probably going to cost you $200 million because you're paying for the premium offense he gives you at, a premium position at short. It's just he's not playing top of the line defense. Now, if Bo Bichette, if the Yankees were to make that commitment, what would that mean for George Lombard Jr.? It wouldn't mean anything. If the Yankees don't trade him away, which they could, the Yankees, if for the right package, if it meant Paul Skeens, you're moving George Lombard Jr. But I don't think a Bo Bichette signing would block George Lombard. I really don't. If anything, you just move Bo Bichette to second base or to third base. Jazz Chisholm, he's going to be a free agent after 2026. Do you re-sign him? Do you trade him? I've seen that being thrown around. Listen, Jazz, 30-30 guy. Could be 40-40. I'm not sure if moving him is the right move, but his attitude sometimes isn't the best. So maybe Jazz isn't worth all that money, but in my opinion, I think Jazz is an exceptional baseball player. You could put him anywhere really, and he'll adapt and he'll give you quality at that position. He did it for third base. He's doing it for second base. So anywhere you put him, he's going to play well. He's going to be a valuable player. It's just, is it worth all of that? So with that being said, if he's not, and you would rather give that money to a guy like Bo Bichette, who's not as good defensively as Jazz, he's not, but he's guaranteed to give you that offensive production that you've been lacking, at least at shortstop. And he'll give you consistent offensive production. Nobody hits 300 anymore. Nobody does. And Bo Bichette has a .294 career batting average. In my opinion, I think I would take a crack at it and I would sit Bo down and say, hey, Bo, what would it take to bring you to the Yankees? What would it take to sign you? I think it would be a good signing. I think it would be a good fit for the Yankees. It's just his defense. But as I said, if you have Lombard coming up, I don't necessarily think he blocks Lombard. You have Jazz who's leaving potentially at the end of 2026. Just shift Bo Bichette over there to second base or shift Bo Bichette to third base. Ryan McMahon only has 2 years. So signing Bo Bichette to a long-term deal isn't necessarily blocking George Lombard Jr. It's not. But what it would do, it would basically say, hey, Anthony Volpe, you're not our starting shortstop anymore. That's what it would say. It would say, Anthony, you're not our guy. We're going in a different direction. We still want you a part of this team. He could play, maybe try him at third, try him at second base, try him as a utility guy, Anthony Volpe. But his days as the Yankees starting shortstop, if the Yankees were to make this kind of a move, they're done. And I want to know if you guys think if that's the right move. For me, I think it just works. I'm fine with it. I don't think, even though Anthony Volpe has pop, I don't necessarily think he's the Yankees' future. And with Anthony Volpe this past year, the kid was also playing hurt. So with that being said, Anthony playing hurt, if you did go the Bo Bichette route and you still believed in Anthony Volpe, Bo Bichette, if you, let's say you did move on from Jazz and you were to get value for Jazz and you signed Bo Bichette, you could put Caballero at short. You could put Bo Bichette at second base potentially if you don't want him at short. And then when Anthony Volpe comes back, if you still believe in him, throw him back at shortstop and you have Bo Bichette as your second baseman. That could work too. Bo Bichette, when you're signing him for his bat. You're not signing him to be cemented in there at short. You're just signing him to be cemented in there in that lineup. That's what you're doing. So putting him in a different position eventually, or even in year one, that's not a crazy idea. Bo Bichette, one of the better offensive players in baseball when healthy. He's excellent. He's very good. I think the Yankees should go and take a shot at him. I do. I think that at that position, especially not just shortstop, but I know Jazz provides that thump over there at second base, but just for batting average, and I know batting average doesn't matter anymore, which I think is a bunch of crap. It does matter. You have, if anything, you're just using that as a talking point to devalue Aaron Judge into what he's doing, and Aaron Judge hitting .330 when nobody does that anymore is pretty remarkable. Nobody does what he's doing. Hitting .330 with 50 dingers. No one does that. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is Bo Bichette a good fit for the Yankees? I want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.